Warriors, welcome to another show of ChitChats and Daily Rants. And today we have on the show Frederick, and we're going to be talking about living with multiple sclerosis from a male point of view. And everybody knows that I am diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, but I would love, to get a lot of people's opinions on this discussion because it gets me more closer to okay, this can be definitely MS or this is just from something else. So I thank everyone who is joining me. It's part of the live and part of the replay. I thank you very much. Go ahead and hit the like button as you come in and join us. I definitely appreciate it. I'm gonna make sure I tag a few people before we pull our guests up. I hope everybody's day is going good. This is November 20th, 2022. It is cold outside, y'all. When I say it's cold, it is cold. And my body is feeling it, but I'm still gonna push through and keep making it happen. I'm gonna wait for some people to come in and join us. Hey, how are you? Welcome to Chit Chats and Daily Rants. Thanks for coming in. I'm not sure if that person's just gonna drop in, if they're gonna leave a comment, but I appreciate you either way. We're gonna have our guests come out at 6:10, and we're gonna be discussing living with MS from a male's point of view. Something I always wanted to do is pick a man brain that has this disease and learn more about it from a man's point of view because I experienced a woman's point of view and I've talked to a few women with it. So I would definitely like to see what a man has to say. And it's very important that men go get checkups with these doctors. Like, if you feel like something is going wrong within your body, go get checkups. It's so important. Hey, Fifi Journey, thanks for coming in. How are you today? Today we are having a discussion with a special guest named Fred. We're going to be discussing multiple sclerosis, and we're just going to pick his brain and see what it is for him to live with multiple sclerosis. I hope your day is going good. I'm over here sharing out the live to a couple of people. Was reading up on some stories, checking out some of these content creators on this morning. It's going great. That's good. I'm glad it's going great. I remember I caught your live one morning, and I'm just glad to say, listen, girl, I be having car problems over here. So I'm glad you all still have your vehicle and able to get around. God is forever good for those things that we be like, oh my goodness, if we didn't get up in this time, if we didn't do that, and we were able to do it, and it all worked out in our favor. Hope your day is going well and you're staying warm. You know what? Actually, my day is going good, but I don't know about the staying warm because it's kind of cold in my apartment, and my daughter keeps saying like, "Listen, it's just cold in the room you in. It's not cold throughout the whole apartment." And I'm like, I'm extra cold. I don't feel nothing but coldness, and I hear the wind keep howling outside, so I know it's whipping up pretty hard, Fifi. Thank you for everybody else that's coming in. I don't know if you're going to say something, stay in the bushes. Either way, I appreciate you. I really do. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. I'm going to drop the link to my guest to come up at 6:10. And we're going to go on and have this discussion because I really want to see, how a man lives, with multiple sclerosis, how they get by, their mental state. So I'm very excited about having him on. Hey, Shanita. Thanks for coming in. How are you? Fifi, you over there laughing, girl. I'm trying to stay warm for real. It's cold. She came here a couple of times checking me. I don't know if y'all was able to come on last week, but it was brutal last week. Like I ended up going to the ER. I drove around 3 hours for urgent care. Couldn't find the urgent care. Y'all tell me, what is the urgent care for? I still ain't figuring it out no more because I thought it was to go in between them hospital, visits, so you wouldn't have to go for, if it ain't a heart attack or a stroke or a shooting or something like that. I'm just sharing out the live to a couple of more people, and I'm gonna drop the link. So, and I'm gonna text Fred and see if he is on. I'm gonna send him the link to this one so he can just come directly on. Hey, Tay Life, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Shanita say, I'm doing all right. How are you? Girl, I'm over here making it, okay? Making it. One thing I'm gonna do is make it happen. I say, you know what? If my kids don't take nothing else from me, y'all, I hope they take. You know what? My mama was strong. She pushed through, so they already know to keep pushing no matter what come up. And I want them to know that they y'all rely on each other because relying on others sometimes just don't pan out. It really, really don't. Fifi said, "Hey, say life. Say life is speaking to Shanita. She spoke to Fifi. I'm trying to see. Now, wait a minute. Y'all, I'm over here texting. I think I done text the wrong number. Lord, help me. Help myself. Why is it coming up in two different places? Hey, Jazz, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I hope everybody day is going good. I know it is football Sunday and everybody is into them football games. Frank definitely showed me, taught me on your page, what about a couple of weeks back, Tay? And I was able to kind of follow football, but I haven't turned on the game yet. But I kind of got a better understanding in all these many years of understanding football. I'm doing fine, Jazz. Just continue to push through and hope I get a little bit better because this cough is trying to take a girl out, and I ain't trying to go down without a fight. Other than that, I'm fine. She said they don't even take care of sick people or urgent cares anymore, and it don't matter where you go. You know what, Fifi? I have to agree with that. What they do is look in that book, and honey, I'd have probably looked in the book, look on Google before I got there and diagnosed myself. I just need you to write the medicine for me. So I go in telling them what it is. I didn't diagnose myself before I came. Dad said I'm pretty good. I'm glad you're good. Yeah, I am. It take a lot to get me down. Like one day I did a last week, no, this past week, and I had went to Myers. I don't know what was going on that day, but I said whatever it was, it came and left all in one day. Hey Samika, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. Tay said LOL right. Reno, is that you? Is that you, friend? Okay, y'all. So I evidently wrote down the wrong number right for my guest. The person takes me back talking about some nigga who is Fred. Hold on now, bro. Why you gotta get me like that? These people know they be rude. Like only thing you have to say is, ma'am, I think you have the wrong number. He just said, nigga, who is Fred texting me? Okay, sir, I apologize. I don't want no smoke, not even over the phone, honey. You can keep all that energy. And I think I see my mistake, y'all. I definitely see my mistake. I put a I put a O at the beginning of his number. These people is crazy. And then they see you for a couple or 3 minutes, yeah, and then release you when you get the bill. Everyone, their mama is on that bill. Exactly. Tomorrow you got orange juice. You'd have had a coffee. You'd have had some scrubs. everything. Okay, I'm about to drop the link, Fred. Thank you too. I don't know. Look, I put O in your number when I typed it back in, and that person just went off on me. Okay, like don't do me like that. Okay, so I'm dropping a link now. I have a hospital bill. When I was in the hospital, I went out of town. I'm telling you, y'all. Don't get sick and go out of town. Don't go out of town and get sick. That is the worst thing ever. I ended up in the worst hospital ever. I need to do a whole episode on that. It was the worst hospital ever, y'all. They was in there talking crazy. Like the people, the doctors and the nurses was talking crazy. Only ran across two people, and one was the guy. I was like, "You knew here, ain't you?" He was like, "Yeah, I know how you know." I was like, "Cause you ain't got the spirit. Everybody else got it here." And then a lady, she was real cool, but she was like, yeah, it's just that they see so many people and they don't know who is who, so they put everybody in the category. I said, baby, they better look at me again, cause honey, I was born a little bit different, okay? And that hospital bill is so high. I said, y'all ain't even do nothing but leave me in the hallway. Did you charge me for a room? Cause I sat in the hallway all night. Them chairs, look, the hallway chairs go. They go for a whole high price. Hey, Fred, how are you? I guess he getting situated up there. Hey, determined D, how are you today? Yes, definitely get the like button coming in. Do you have another window open, Fred? Hello.
I'm here. I don't know. Let me see.
Oh, I see you, Fred. I see you live in living color.
Okay, it say you in the show. Everyone can see and hear you.
Are you able to see people comment?
Oh, I don't.
No, where did you go, Fred? Where did you go? Hey, Tamika, how are you? Thank you, determining Diva. She said, make sure y'all hit that like button coming in. I appreciate you. Hey, that's why I go to the one by my house, and they always happy and helping. That's really good. Say, like, I was really, really stuck on Beaumont. That was my go to hospital, honey, until they misdiagnosed me with the MS. They really ain't had time to see me on that day, but I had too much going on for them to even release me. And they released me like I was a bother to them that night. I said, okay, I'm going back out here. I went actually somewhere real far that I wouldn't have never thought about going, and someone told me about. And Fred, you could just hit that link and come back up. Nope, you're not on. Just hit the link and come back up. I'll drop it again for you. But you was definitely on. All right, here you go.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you doing it. You done did it. We right together. So y'all, this is my first male guest. I'm so excited. Like, hey, I'm so excited. Y'all say hi to my guest Fred.
Hey y'all.
Fifi said she stay away from the hospitals. I know that right. Look, I'm trying to get on that level of getting myself in a better position health wise. Jazz said, "Hey everybody, now why you take? Now why you go ahead, and take the video out? Now I told you I couldn't be in the camera because what I was looking like, but you look decent over there, Fred.
All right, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me see how if I can get back on because I don't know what I'm doing.
Look, I ain't crap, y'all. Look, my guest got to see somebody.
Let me see. I don't know how.
Oh, you doing it well. You worked it too good. You took yourself back off. Now put yourself back up here, Fred. It says, Tay said, yes, hit the like button. Thank you, Tay. Jazz said, hey, everyone. Um, Fifi said hi to Tamika and Determined Diva. Determined Diva said hi to Jazz, Tamika, Fifi Journey, and anyone I missed. Girls, people in the bushes, okay? If y'all haven't checked out each other, go check out each other. I promise you, I checked out Determined Diva and I was over there, baby. I was stuck. And girl, I love the fact you like Kevin Hart. I mean Kevin Gates. I'm sorry, not Kevin Hart, y'all. Please, not him. Kevin Gates. I love me some Kevin Gates. That's my spirit animal. I relate to him, and people don't get him, but because I'm so rare, unique, I understand that man. I don't judge his past. I just see where he has the metamorph to and where he is on spiritually. you know. So Yeah, I get you over there, girl. This is all day life. I feel you. Now, Fred, you touch one more button. Don't you touch nothing.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You too much over there.
I can't see the chat. I mean, I just all I can see is my face. I don't see nothing. And it's a bunch of little it say you're in the show, everyone can see and hear you. And then it got a little stuff on the bottom. It say Mike, Cam, chat, more, and leave. But I can't see nothing. I
So,
can't see nothing for me.
let me ask you: do you have another device where you can pull it up on and maybe read the comments from there? Because that's what a couple of people do when they.
Maybe my laptop. That's the only thing I can do is get on my laptop. Let me see if I because when I hit the chat button, it takes me away. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you. So
Can
stay
can you
on,
still see me?
but pull up your laptop so you can see the comments. Because we got your friend Jake in here. I know this is a friend of yours.
Johnny T.
I don't, Johnny T, is that you? It just said Jake. I don't know. Is that you,
That
Johnny?
that might be Johnny T.
All right. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Let me see if I can get on my laptop because I can't see nothing. Hold on.
Hey,
Let me go back. I'm trying not to. I'm
coming in.
trying not to cut myself off. It says chat with everyone in the studio.
Okay. Yeah, because you done came out 2 or 3 times. I said, now, wait a minute. We playing Rick around Rosie.
But you can see me now?
I can see. I saw you the first time you came in.
Oh, I can't see nothing.
Been nice meeting you virtually. I'm sorry you can't see me. But that's my
I
picture.
can't see nothing.
Really? Pull it up on your
Nope.
laptop and maybe you can see
Let me see. It say chat and then it say content. And then it say chat with everyone in the studio. But if I go back, it's gonna cut me off.
it. Yeah. So sometimes when you come on from your phone, you have an option to either be part of the chat or just read the comments. You can't do both. So
I'm gonna
that's
try to get on my laptop and
yeah,
see if I could
advice out so you can read the comments. So
let me see if I can get on with my on my laptop.
everybody is speaking to Rashonda. Say life said hi, happy Sunday. Dad said all determined diva said yes, I love Kevin. He be dropping so many gems. Yes, he does. It says just need another device to see the chat. Yeah, Fifi, that's what I was telling them.
Hold on, I'm finna get on my laptop and
If y'all
see.
haven't already, check out Rashonda, Sunshine to Sunset. Hold on, let me say it properly. Sunshine to Sunset with Rashonda. Check her out, y'all. She's an awesome, awesome lady. She has an awesome testimony, very encouraging. Also, run her playlist tonight if y'all can. We're trying to get her monetized, okay? She deserves it. She really, really do.
Okay, so what I do? Go to YouTube on my computer, and then what? How do I get back to?
You go to YouTube and you're gonna put in my channel name.
All right, wait a minute. Let me see. I'm opening my computer a little slow.
Hey, I'm biased. Thank you for coming in. She probably done left out by now, but thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. She said hi, kings and queens. Hey, Frank G, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Now, Frank, I kept calling Fred your name. I said, look, I do know a Frank, and he on YouTube, but I got to get my man wrapped around another F. You know,
Right, right.
I do apologize for that.
Okay, so now I'm at the search. Okay, so what's the channel that I got to put in on here on my computer?
Cynthia living with MS. It's all one word. Fifi said
Okay.
the YouTube page and mute it, but you will be able to see the chat.
All right. Let me see. Cynthia.
And I want to thank you once again for being able to come on. Now I'm on at 1 p.m. instead of 6:30, which is the time I usually come on because he's so nice to come on and do this interview with me, and he works during the time that I do my interview on Sunday. So that's the only reason I move the time. Just trying to say,
Cynthia living with MS. Okay, there you go. I just subscribed. Now let me see. How do I
you
see anything? It says live. Oh, wait a minute. I think I can see me on my computer. Wait a minute.
I thank y'all for being patient while we get this together. Frank said he didn't do it.
I'm old school. I'm old school.
I'm old school too.
Okay, let me see.
Say she is here listening. I thank you, Queen. You did awesome, awesome yesterday. I just want to let you know that you really, really did, and I appreciate who you are and you being patient with me.
Okay, I see me.
Okay, so we're gonna do on the second fight. It's turned out.
Okay, let's see now what's going on here.
Awesome, awesome yesterday. I just want to let
Oh, that's my boy Johnny T. He say Jake Fu. That's Johnny T.
you. Yeah.
Hold on for a minute. Let me grab my other phone real quick.
All right. I knew that was him. I know, Frank. I was like, wait a minute, you said not Frederick. I gotta get your name.
Oh, that's my boy Johnny T. He say Jake Fu. That's Johnny T. Hold on for a minute. Let me grab my other phone.
Oh, you're definitely welcome, my body. I know, Frank. I was like, wait a minute, you said not Frederick. I gotta get your name. Let him come back 50 to
Oh, that's my boy Johnny T. He say Jake Fu. That's Johnny T.
Thank you, y'all, for being here. Again. Oh, you definitely welcome, my body. I know, Frank. I was like, I don't know how it was that mail my show. I think we don't do that. We always opinion about things and on situations. Mail, I don't know how I mail myself. Okay, I'm gonna mute him until he come back, y'all. Thank you all too for being patient. Johnny C, I'm glad he has you as a friend that's being very, very supportive. I mean, when you are hit with this right here, you need, and anything, though, anything for that matter, you need a support system. I don't have a support system. I don't. I have my kids, and I'm okay with it. But when I do see somebody that have a support system or have people that support them, I just keep on encouraging that because it's not easy. It's not easy not having a support system. Now, I do have people that are supportive of me. I do, but I mean, like, I'm okay with it. Okay,
What do I have to do? I'm back.
you mute I just keep on encouraging them because it's not easy. It's not easy not having a support system. I do have people that are supportive of me. I do, but I mean, like, I'm okay with it. Thank you, Ambali.
I'm back.
We're gonna have to. It's not easy not having a support system. I do have people that are supportive of me. I do, but I mean, like, I'm okay with it. Thank you, Ambali.
I'm back.
Yeah, you just have a support system. I feel crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry. I can thank you.
I'm back.
I'm so sorry. I'm mute. Thank you. Okay. Can you hear me now? Unmute your phone. Do you have your phone on mute? Fred, are you able to hear me? Hello? Fred. Thank you, Jazz. It's all good. It makes me stronger. I'm not gonna lie to you. Everything that happened to me happened for me for a reason. It's just making me stronger. Fred, are you able to hear me? 'Cause I can hear you. You. I mean, I can hear the scuffling of the phone and stuff. I don't know why he can't hear me. Yes, he is. Say life with him. Look, it's fine because I'm telling you, my kids help me out with a lot of stuff, y'all. They do. Then I just be like, don't do it for me. So I kind of play. Gonna do it for you. So I can come ask them again. I'm like, that's setting me up. Now, Fred.
I'm here. I think I can hear you now, but I still don't really know what I'm doing, but I can hear you.
Okay, so you can hear me and then you can see the comments on your computer, right?
Yeah, I can see some comments.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
all I'm trying to get you to make sure you can
Hey
hear me.
y'all, I see. Okay, I see some people that said, "Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, everybody?"
Fifi,
Chacho.
Fred will eventually figure it out. I'm gonna call
Yeah,
you.
I mean, I can hear though. I can hear, so I can't really. I don't really know what's going on, but I can hear you.
Okay, well, long as you can hear me, they can hear us. We all good right now. You can read them comments on your device.
Okay.
So, I wanted to see if you could just start off by telling us a little bit about yourself.
Um. Well, I'm older guy. I ain't that old. um. Diagnosed. What was I diagnosed? I think in 2009. 2009. Um. What I was having issues with was my balance. When I first got diagnosed, I was having issues with my balance, and let me see what else. Oh, it was bad. It was real bad when I first. Wait a minute.
Can you tell us a little bit about who Fred is out like before the MS and who you are after the MS, not just the MS. I want to know a little bit about you, like
What you want to know?
what you like, what you be doing.
Oh, what I like, I like, I like to drink a little bit, not a whole lot, but I do indulge a little bit. I like to smoke my marijuana, um, and I like to eat. I'm a foodie. I love to eat.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So now you were telling us you were diagnosed back in 2009, and it started with your balance and what else?
Yeah, my balance was the main issue. Let me see, what else was I dealing with? Mm, Let me see. I'm trying to think because it was a long time ago. Um, fatigue, fatigue was a major issue. Fatigue and my balance, my vision. I had vision problems. Um, I felt like I was dying.
Okay.
Really.
Now, when you say you had problems with your vision, did you ever go blind at any point?
I had diplopia. My one of my eyes had moved. It was like I had double vision. What they call that? Diplopia, and it was something else. Um, I couldn't see. I couldn't see for a while. Out of one of my eyes was real bad, so I really couldn't see that well.
Oh.
Um, yeah.
Fifi said, "Can you tell us your age?" But your friend already jotted down in the comments.
Johnny T talking about me.
You 67? Nah.
67. I'm 40. I'm 40 something. I'm 40. I'm 40. What am I? 49.
Okay, I'm about to say now. You see how old you are? Don't worry, I do it too.
Yeah, I didn't forget. I just didn't want to remember.
Oh, you know what though? It's a blessing. It's a blessing. So it's definitely a blessing. So go ahead and rep your age. You 49. That's a beautiful age too.
Yeah, I'll be 50 in May. Next May
Okay.
coming up. I'll be 50.
Yeah, that's definitely a couple of months away because you know the
Yeah.
time. so fast. So, can you explain what MS is in your words? Because everybody,
You know what? When I first was getting diagnosed, I thought it was a damn death sentence, but it's really not a death sentence. It could be managed. It's hard as fuck to deal with though. Um, but it's manageable. It's not a death sentence. It's manageable. You know, you definitely got to eat right and live right. I do some things that I shouldn't. Like I say, I sometimes excessive. Sometimes I drink a little more than I should, and it does affect the MS. It can affect it. But the smoking helps. When I smoke my marijuana, you know, I'm a medical patient, medical marijuana, so that helps a lot.
okay, so we got you can say, "Oh, geez," I was like, he looks really good, and I was like, "Oh, you 60, you do look real good for that age." We got Miss Patty that came in. Thank you, Miss Patty, for showing
Thanks.
up.
It's probably the drinking preserves me a little bit. It's the alcohol.
She said she wanted to know your age because she wanted to know when did it start. So if that was in 2009,
I started when I was like 30. I think it was about shit, damn near 10 years. I was probably about 38, 39 when I started dealing with the bullshit symptoms and stuff.
okay, so I know we had so y'all, let me tell you a little bit about how I know. I'm gonna call him Chicago because that's how I know him. And he's a mutual friend of mine, from a friend. What is it? A friend of mine, mutual friend. Is that right? Am I saying it
Yep.
right, y'all? Okay, because my brain don't be brain. So a friend of mine, he's her friend, and he also has MS. So every time she talk about him, I'll just be like, "Hi, Chicago," and then I pray for him as well. Although we have never spoke until last Sunday, so I thank you for that. Very
No
brief,
problem.
but when we spoke, we talked about being married at the time of you being diagnosed too. Um, so we spoke on like, did it play a part? You know, did it play a major role? And you continue to live on in a positive way.
Um, it really uh it mess fucked me up. It fucked me up when I first got diagnosed. It really fucked with me. I was married. It I think it affected my marriage and all. Uh, but other than that, I mean, I'm okay.
Now, Miss Rashonda said, "God bless this man. I definitely know how this is to feel like you're dying." Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it was rough at the first, you know. Till I got let me see. My medication, I was on a clinical trial because you know the MS drugs is when I first got diagnosed, it was all needles, and I was so scared to use. I got a lot of tattoos, but I'm scared of needles. I wasn't gonna inject myself. So I got on this clinical trial, which was the Gilenya. That was a pill. That was the first treatment that I had. Um, it was okay. It didn't. I didn't stay on it, but I'm gonna say about the first 5, 6, 7 years. Then I got right now. I'm on the Ocrevus. Is better. When I was on the Gilenya, I had a lot of tremors and shit. My hands used to shake a lot. Um, I stayed sick because the Gilenya lowers your white blood cells, which fights off your which what those white blood cells helps with the infections and stuff.
yeah. Somebody said, "Thank you for having."
Wait a minute, I didn't hear nothing you said.
Oh, I was reading Abaya's comment. She says, "Thank you for having this discussion and learning something new, and I appreciate this." Yeah, I think
Oh
it's for us to hear from men too. Now, let me ask you something. Were you the type that always went to the doctor and checked up on your
no, um, I go when it gets if I feel like something just don't feel right, then I would definitely go. Um, If it was like some small stuff, no, not really. But when I started feeling this, because you know what, the first thing that happened to me, I was in Las Vegas, and this was probably like in 2009. I was with my family, my sister, my then wife at the time. You know, we was out kicking it on vacation, and I was getting off the bus. I wasn't drunk, wasn't hadn't even been drinking a lot. And as I was getting off the bus, my balance just gave out, and I fell. And everybody thought I was drunk, but I'm like, no, something ain't right. So when I got home, I started going to the doctor, and then I was just going through a lot of different shit. Like I said, the double vision. I had got oh, what's that? When my jaw had froze up on me. I forgot what they call that.
The lock
Bell's
jaw.
palsy. No, Bell's palsy.
Wow. Okay.
I had Bell's palsy, and it was just so much shit that was going on with me. That's when I was feeling like I was dying. But I went to a couple of doctors and shit. I was going to neurologists. I went to about 3 or 4 different neurologists before I got diagnosed. A couple of them were saying MS, but I didn't get the diagnosis until they did the spinal tap. What they call that?
Lumbar puncture.
Lumbar. Yeah. So they did the lumbar. They drew the fluid up out of me. That's when they found out that it was MS. But I had started going to this clinic, a MS clinic here in Chicago at the university. So they take care of me.
How long did it take from that first initial losing your balance to you were finally diagnosed?
Probably about a year.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people say that it takes a long time sometimes for them to even realize that this is in fact MS. And that is something that confirmed me as well, the lumbar puncture test.
Yeah, it was about a year. I was just going through so much shit.
Were you did you ever go seek counseling after being diagnosed to help you cope and deal with the diagnosis?
Nah, nah, I ain't do none of that. I just dealt with it.
Okay, so you said you was on Gilenia and it made you really, really sick. After trying that, how long did you try it and before you moved on to something else?
I stayed on Jelenia about let me see, 2009, about 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I guess about 9 years. And then that's when I went to Oakwood.
Okay, it was making you feel sick for 9 years, or just the first year or so. I don't know how did that go.
No, not like that. Just it was easy for me to get sick. I mean, like colds and stuff. I
Uh,
just, yeah, I just got anything. You know what I'm saying? I try to stay away from people because I just caught stuff easy. Like I say, a cold, a fever, and this shit lasted too. It wasn't like how you get a cold and about 3, 4 days is gone. My shit was weeks, months.
okay. Wow. So I know. Excuse me. I know for myself. I'm so sorry. I know for myself. It's hard mentally. How do you stay afloat mentally battling this?
I just cope. I just deal.
Like, what you do? Is it just marijuana? Like, or do you have like an outlet? Do you do something to take your mind away from it?
Um, Not really. I mean, just living, just every day. I just live. How do I cope with it? It's it wasn't easy at first, but I guess as the time went on, it was more easy to deal with. I guess probably my smoking and my drinking helps me a little bit, but I try to exercise too, so that helps too. I get on the treadmill every day. Do 30 minutes on the treadmill. I do a little bench press and a little workout, a little small workout, shit like that. I try to stay active. I ride motorcycle, bicycle.
Oh, that's
Uh,
cool.
yeah, I ride. I like riding.
So you get lost in the wind.
Oh yeah, I get out there.
I see you, Chicago. I see you. What are your triggers? Because we all got triggers that cause those flare ups.
Stress. Stress be the main thing. When I get tired, if I get real tired, that fucks with me. Or if somebody stress me out, I try to stay away from people that get on my nerve too. So yeah, those are triggers.
Your friend said we was playing DVDs when they were still popping and eating tacos. Miss Pat,
Huh?
I said your friend said we were playing DVDs when they were still eating and popping tacos. I don't know what he mean by that, but he is here to support you. That's all
Johnny
that.
T, that's my boy. That's my boy, Johnny T. That's my dude right there. Let me see. I gotta scroll through and see.
Patty said MS is really something. My cousin's daughter has it. Other family members have MS and they go through a lot. That's something else. Like, do anyone else in your family have it? And sorry to hear about that, Miss Patty. Well, I hope they pushing through mentally. I really, really do. Because I believe it starts mentally. Like, if you mentally in the game, you can say kind of physically in the game. You know? Do you have family members with MS?
Me, no. I have family members with neurological disorders. My sister has lupus. My mother had sarcoidosis. Um, when I was getting diagnosed, they was trying to figure out, was it lupus. They was going through all that shit, lupus or sarcoidosis. Um, what else they thought? Shit. Diabetes. They was just going through all kind of shit before they finally diagnosed me. But yeah, so yeah, I had some family with some issues.
Now I
My
know.
father had cancer.
Okay. Oh, sorry to hear that. Now, I know you said your mom had. So, is your parents still with us, or? I wanna-
No, they both deceased. Both my parents gone. They was gone when I was like 26. I was parentless child. Well, I ain't gonna say child, but I was parentless at like 26.
Sorry to hear that. Now,
Thanks.
I know lupus. I always been told like they got a one blood test to set us apart, MS and lupus. So it's kind of like the same thing. You know, your sister she sympathize with you more and understand you more because of her having lupus.
You say, do she what?
Do she understand you more and sympathize with you more? Because a lot of people can't understand certain people with diseases because they don't go through it, they don't know it, and they think you putting on or you're being lazy or something like that.
Nah, she understand because, like I said, she dealing with it too. Her lupus be well, she okay though. It's not that as bad as she had some issues. But she's okay right now. She likes to travel. She be gone. She living her life.
So, like, if someone was diagnosed with MS right now, another male, what would you tell him? To help him process everything.
She be strong.
Be strong.
Um, it ain't a death sentence.
Yeah,
Be
because
strong.
when I was first diagnosed, I really thought I was like, oh my goodness, this is just it. I didn't know how life would go on and how I would be viewed. And do you when it comes to dating, how do you handle that?
I don't. um, I really don't know more. It's like I don't even. When I first. Okay, so when I first I guess was going through my divorce, I wanted to be with somebody. I wanted to be in a relationship. But after a while, it's like I really don't even care no more. Like I'm okay. If it happened, it happened. I've been in relationships. I've dealt with females, but I think a lot of people, a lot of women, although they might not admit to it, they have a hard time dealing with this damn MS bullshit. Cause my ex-wife, I think she had a problem with it, and then the lady that I was dealing with after her, I think she might have had a problem with it. Although she said they both say they didn't, but I think differently. I've dated women with MS. We get along real well. Um, yeah, so
So Rashana said people don't realize is that chronic illness affect the whole family and some don't know how to deal with it. That's so true. It's very true. Because they're not able to really comprehend what you're going through. They don't.
right.
Like I
Right.
have my babies in the house and they don't get it. They be looking at me like get up and just do what you gotta do and I'm like, it's not that easy. It's not that easy.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's what they think.
so let me ask you about this because I get tickled pink about the shower. Do you get wore out just from taking the shower?
Um, I used to. I got a shower. I got a seat, a shower chair,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing with me, so yeah, showers used to bother me a lot. I actually got a steam shower. I take steam showers, but I use cold water. So when I get in my steam shower, I turn the cold water on. That helps me a lot. So
Okay.
I can sit up in the steam for about 30 minutes or so, but I have to have that cold water on. It might sound a little fucked up because you got the hot and cold, but it balances out.
Yeah.
So
So hot water bother you?
hot water bothers me. Heat bothers me, and cold bothers me now.
Yeah. That's crazy because heat also bothers me, but I didn't realize that the cold bothered me until like a few years back. And then the other day, I went out and I told you, I went out and it was cold, and I came back in and I was gone for the day. Like I was just like something just hit my body, and whatever it was, it went straight through my urine, and that's how my body was able to start acting right again. But it knocked me off my feet all day long. So that
Yeah, they're cold. Hell, I was thinking about leaving Chicago because of this damn cold. Now I need something that's gonna balance out, between the cold and the heat. I need something that's gonna be a middle, a medium. But I don't know. If I leave Chicago, I'm trying to go to an island or something.
okay, that sounds good. Patty said one family member has been put in a facility. He was in his early 30s and unable to walk. His parents couldn't handle him. They kept him at home for a while, and it started with his eyes. Yeah, that be the sad, unfortunate situation with MS. It hits everybody different. It just shows up different in everybody, and although we might all have some of the same symptoms, it just triggers us different, you know. And that
I can't hear you no more. I can't hear you no more, Cynthia.
I'm sorry about that. For some reason, I lost connection.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm glad you said. Yeah, but
I can hear you now.
yeah, I was just saying that it's hard for everybody, and that's what people fail to realize. Even for people to get diagnosed, with understand you're going through something. and you are allowed a certain amount of time to process that, and sometimes it lasts for years for people, because they wonder why is this happening to them, and they done been nice, they done did this throughout their life, and things, you got to process, you got to get back in the game so you can win. Miss Patty says, thanks for those. I'm very familiar with MS, and I'm glad
Glasses
that
on. I know I'm squinting and shit.
you say you sweating.
I should have my glasses on because I'm squinting trying to look at the screen and everything.
Oh, okay.
I got glasses.
Yeah, wear your glasses now. Wear your glasses. Miss Rashonda said this is very informative. It says very informative by Latanya. So let me ask you, so you have your friend, you said MS brings depression because family and friends start acting different. That's true too. So did you lose a lot of friends and kind of distant from family members after being diagnosed?
Um, I wouldn't really say I lost because I really didn't tell nobody. I was one of them. I'm one of them guys that just keep shit to myself. So nobody really knew that I had it except for when I was getting into when I was going through my divorce. My ex-wife was she was talking a whole lot of shit and trying to blast me and shit and telling motherfuckers that I was sick and all this bullshit. But um, I really kept it to myself. Um, and the reason I kept it to myself because I think sometimes people might think you're vulnerable and shit and might want to take advantage, or I didn't want nobody offer me a lot of help.
So thanks for saying.
Uh,
I was saying how to love and live. They came in speaking. That's first thing. I didn't tell nobody for a couple of years either. I kept it to myself. Especially, I couldn't let family know. I couldn't let a lot of people know because they're trying. I feel like that they're trying to use it. You know what I'm saying, to their advantage. And
right,
because I started off on a walker, then graduated to a cane, and then I battled between not using my cane and having my cane. I had to make sure I was in a position to be before I can tell people, because I was going through some other things too. Because life don't stop because you've been diagnosed with something.
right.
So you got Miss Rashada. She said, "So true, Cynthia. It can be very depressing when people don't understand what it takes just to feel like you're normal when your body is just attacking you." Shaking my head. That is very true. And I think we all can say we'd have been there and said, I just want to be normal again. I just want to feel normal. I just want a day where I wake up and this is all gone away.
It sound good, don't it?
It sounds real good, don't it? I do. I wait. Look, I be waiting on that day. I be like, is this some herbs or something? Is it, something to take?
I was looking at that stem cell HS. What is it, HSTC?
Hmm.
I know a couple of people that have done that and they doing really well with it. But
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I would have to find a facility. Don't nobody do it here in Chicago no more. So I think they said I would have to go to like the closest place is Ohio. But I would have to go see the doctor first to see if I even qualify for it. There's so much shit to you know to
yeah.
deal with.
The next thing is the financial part. You know what I'm saying? We got RX Nelson came in. She said hi and speaking to everyone. Thank you. And then you have bias. Say most fans keep their health statuses to themselves because they feel like people don't really care. It's so sad. Man needs to be thought about as well. That is so true. Unbiased. Like I don't understand how people cannot acknowledge the men that's around them and even ask like, "Hey, are you okay health wise, mentally?" It's a battle, and a lot of women only think of themselves. I'm sorry, in their health. They don't think about the man, especially a lot of people that lay next to men. They don't even encourage them to go to the doctor. So
So don't.
they don't. They can see something going on with them and be looking at it for days and Sundays out, and they don't encourage them to go to the doctor not one time. And I'm like, that's your bread and butter. That's your love. That's your life. You know, get them into this doctor. Same
Yeah,
life.
it could be rough. It could be rough when you with somebody if you got a significant other if they don't know. how to deal with it or cope. It can definitely be rough.
You
I
have any?
went through some shit.
Do you have any children?
I got adults. Shit, my son just made 30. my, my oldest is 30. My youngest is 28. Is he 28? Yeah, I think he's 28. Shit.
Now let me ask you: for your children, do they show any signs of MS?
No, not right now. They both seem okay right now. I didn't get diagnosed till I was like I said 38. And I was fine up until then. Right
Hmm.
now, they both seem to be okay.
Okay. Well, I hope look they don't never show no symptoms, and I ask that because my kids are very young and they show a lot of symptoms, and it's very very scary. We got Tay Life. She said healthy people look at someone who has an autoimmune disease as if they're not trying or they're putting on a show and they don't want to do nothing because they're gonna hurt some don't get it. That's very true, Tay Life. People that is healthy, they don't understand that if it's an autoimmune disease, they're gonna look at you like I'm no person. And that's why I always say, with no disrespect, the people can only understand you if you say cancer, even if they don't see it. They hear the word and they can relate to it because we all know someone who has been there or ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think people with autoimmune diseases do get it the worst when it comes to people understanding, and then a lot of people don't know about it. Okay, I see you put your glasses on.
I put my glasses on. Shit. I
The
put the glasses on.
the battle.
Now I'm just chilling. I'm finna medicate. I
You,
don't know if we supposed to do this on this damn live shit, but oh well.
Frank, you my guy. I mean, I keep calling you Frank, and I said I was in Chicago, didn't it? Chicago, do what you like. Just make sure you keep your clothes on, because Big Rooster told me, "Oh, no, that's my cat, because I need my cat."
He say keep my clothes on. I ain't gonna take them off.
Don't take off your clothes. That's when the problem's gonna start. And we ain't got no dollar bills for you, okay?
Oh no, no, I ain't going there.
We got Love and Lil. She said she agree with you on bias. Tay is speaking. We got Cowgirl Mule. Thank you, Cowgirl Mule. I don't think I saw you over here. I really do. So we have Live and Lord. I gotta get your name down, Peg. I promise you. I said I'm gonna remember your name because y'all remember my son name so good. And it's my brain. Don't hold it to my brain. Don't charge it to my heart. She said, "Yes, that's true, Tay Life." I just be like, "Yeah." Miss Rashonda said, "So true. I'm biased." Cowgirl Mule said, "Man, my mom was catching headaches, and he hates the doctor. Oh, my man was catching headaches, and he hates the doctor. Yeah, get him in there and get those headaches checked out. It could be nothing, or it could be something, because that's one of the things that they kept asking me when I went to the hospital. How got to feedback if you experience a lot of headaches leading up to your diagnosis."
You know what I did? I used to keep notes and shit. Everything that was going on with me. I had my little notepad. I kept notes of everything, days, how long it lasted. So when I went to the neurologist, I had a whole fucking notebook, and he was like, "You know what they say? People with MS, we are our own best doctors."
Hmm. Yeah, because you start learning your body, you start paying attention, you see what triggers you. But I
Hmm.
made him go. She said, I made him go. That's right. Make him go. It's so important. We got Michael Farmer that came up in here. Thank you, Michael Farmer, for stopping through. He said hello to everyone in the chat. Love and live. That is so true. Jazz said that's true. It says, Miss Patty says some people get diagnosed later in life, but one of my close family members died as an infant. What? I never heard of infant. The youngest
What
I've
happened?
She said an infant was diagnosed in her family with MS.
Oh,
Wow. So that was very difficult. Doctors say that that person wouldn't live but died 60 years later. Wow. An infant? I've only heard of 13. And it was in a whole other country.
I got a friend. She said she was diagnosed at about 9 or 10.
Really?
Yeah.
See what
Yeah,
I'm,
100%.
and that's why we can't dismiss our children when they're saying certain things. Oh like my son, he would tell me sometimes, like my head hurt, and I would believe him because that's not his normal behavior. He ain't normally telling me his head hurt.
Right.
Yeah, we can't overlook kids as they experience something. That just took me back, like an infant. I'm sorry to hear that, Miss Patty. God is good. 60 years later, so that's a testimony within itself. Rashonda said, "Yeah, one minute you can feel good, and the next you feel horrible. People are healthy sometimes don't get it. That's true. Do you have those waivers in your days, Chicago, where you're feeling up one minute and down the next?
Every day. Every day. It's yeah, shit. I have a hard time getting up. I lay around a lot, but you know what? They gave me some what's this shit called? Provision. Provision, new visual. It's something that helps you with your fatigue. I have to take that. If I don't take that damn pill, my day is pretty much like shit, just laying around, trying to trying to get a boost of energy. I really need that provisional. It helps.
Wow, you got love and live. She said, "This is true, Rashonda. If you look well, they don't understand that you are not feeling good, and you're that is true." Bias said, "Miss Patty and more absolutely. God is the complete healer and have the last say. So have the last say so on your life. He knows how long you will live. Period. That's right. That's right. Now you said you are on meds. How many meds are you taking a day?
How many meds I'm supposed to take, or how many do I actually take? I actually only take like one or two pills a day, but they got me on like 4 or 5. I don't take that shit. I
Yeah.
don't take all of it. I only take I will take certain shit when I need it, like the pro visual or the new visual. If I if I got a day planned, or if I know that I got some shit to do, I will take one so I can, have my energy. But usually I only take like one or two pills. Let me see. Yep, that's it. That's it. They got me on all kind of shit on muscle relaxers and shit for memory. I can say about 4 or 5 different damn pills they can prescribe me, but I don't be taking that bullshit.
Why you don't take them all?
You know what? When I was in this clinical trial for the Gilenya, for that pill, it's
Mhm.
I was in the coordinator. It's a black lady. She used to tell me. She used to always say. She always talked to me. She said, "Fred," she used to always tell me, eat right and just live right, because she said black men don't do good with this disease. So, and she was saying, everything that you might complain about, you might not need a pill for it. So a lot of the things that I was saying was going on with me. Some of the shit I just dealt with. I would take the pills for a little while, but it depended on how they made me feel. I would stop like, nah, fuck this. I'll just deal with it, naturally or whatever, or shit like that. Cause I just, a lot of them, sometimes a lot of them pills, they fuck you up. In the long run, a lot of that shit fucks you up more. And then some of that shit you start getting dependent on. So I got bottles and bottles and bottles of fucking pills. I don't take that shit.
Hey, Forever D came in and said good afternoon. That's what I was getting at, and that's why I asked you that because um, we're prescribed. We know it's a kickback on every prescription that's prescribed, and learn your body. You know exactly which prescription you need to be able to get by, and which one you don't need.
Right.
That was my reason for asking. And if we actually took everything that was given, we would be zombies out here. We would be zombies.
Exactly. Exactly.
We wouldn't be able to do this right here because we wouldn't be able to function.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I don't be taking them, but yeah, they got me on all kind of shit.
So I'm biased there. What test would a mother ask for a child to get tested for this disease?
You know what? I don't know for a kid because the main thing I guess what got me was the lumbar puncture. Uh, but you know they got all kind of different tests that they do that might not give you a real diagnosis, but might put you in give you an idea. Uh, a neurologist would neurologists give you tests or get a kid tests and stuff like that. I don't think it's like no, they can't draw blood or anything like that and determine it. The main thing would be that lumbar puncture, probably.
That's a telltale. I'm biased. I'm gonna actually get back with you because I'm actually on the phone. Come tomorrow with my daughter making because, like I say, she has tremors real bad and she shows a lot of symptoms. And I know Tay Life spoke about her daughter with lupus, and they took a test when she was just a kid, and they was able to tell that she had markers for lupus, and then it might show up later, which is the HS that we spoke about a couple of weeks back. So I will be finding out everything on Monday, as far as getting my daughter tested, because that's not normal for her to have like shaky hand syndrome, and she kind of the fight or flight is off on her when she gets up sometimes, to where she
Hmm.
function. And that's what it started off with me too. That fight or flight, it was just off. I would jump up with an emergency or a panic, and I ain't have nothing going on. That is a very good question. Thank you for asking. But I think it's that lumbar puncture is gonna be the telltale sign.
Yeah, but I don't know if they'll just do it just to because because you think that your kid or something got that. I don't think they just order lumbar punctures for that. I think they go through all the other tests first. Man, there was so many different tests that they was doing with me.
Well, I
Uh,
know CAT scans. Did you do a lot of CAT scans and MRIs and stuff?
CAT scans, MRIs. Yep. What else did they do? I don't think the vision test really had much to do with it, but they check your nerves in the back of your eyes, and oh man,
Well, that tell if you have optical nerve damage, which will
right,
be key.
right, with the optic neuritis, right, yeah, oh yeah, yep, they do all that stuff.
Yeah, so they start off with those things: an MRI, CAT scan to see if you have white matter on your brain or on your spine. Blood tests, and I mean they do. When I say countless MRIs and CAT scans, countless. Okay, it's ridiculous. And I know, just from my experience in the hospital, they started off doing that. And I'm just thankful. It took me a long time to get to the doctor because of my own doing, but for them to diagnose me, it was a short amount of time because they ran every test that needed to be ran on that hospital visit.
Yeah, it didn't take long for me to go to the doctor. Shit, as soon as I started feeling, as soon as I got off that damn bus in Vegas, and I feel, I said, as soon as I got back to Chicago, I'm going to the doctor because something ain't right. Something ain't right.
Chicago, I'm starting to think it's something with Vegas. I ain't have a good time with Vegas myself. I don't know about Vegas right now. We got a couple of comments. Miss Patty said that child didn't walk until the age of 3 and 4 and would fall all the time. The doctors knew something was wrong with the baby was born. Yes, I'm biased. God has the last say concerning our lives. We have to trust, pray, and believe in Him. You're right. Jesus is our healer. Very true. It says, yes, you definitely can't function with all the meds they prescribe. I had to learn what works for me and for my body. That's absolutely right, Rashonda, because I look at it was an anchor here who her name is Antoinette Jameson, and she was on a lot of meds for MS, and she was like, I had to take myself off all the meds. She started using marijuana, and then she opened up a whole dispensary because it helped her, and she was like, I can function now. You will not be able to function if you took everything that they gave you. Hey, live life and lessons. Thank
Exactly.
you in. TLC in the garden. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you all for stopping through. We have Fred here, and he's just discussing him having MS and living with it and what he go through. And I'm so happy to have him a part of the show because it's good to hear a man's point of view, you know. And a lot of men neglect themselves and do not go to the doctor. So I'm sorry it went down like that, but I'm glad you were able to figure out what was going on with you, you know. so that you can grab a hold of it. And I'm glad that you're still 10 toes down and you're working.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm trying.
Smile too. I see a smile. You got a smile on your face. So, what you originally felt, which was death, in a death sentence, I can see you have overcame that. And that's really good.
Yeah, oh, that shit was bad. It was so bad. I used to, boy, I cussed God. I cussed God. I prayed for death. It was fucked up. It was really fucked up. I uh I had shit. Well, I used to get up out the bed. I couldn't even stand up. What's that shit you call oh shit. I don't know, but it's like whenever I used to stand up, I was like damn near dizzy. I had to damn near lay up on the wall and shit to because I was just all fucked up.
Vertigo.
Vertigo. Oh my damn. I had that shit so damn bad. That
Yeah.
shit lasted about a week or so. Um, yeah, that shit. It was rough. It was
Vertigo
rough.
is not so nice. It's not so nice and it's not fun to have. You feel like you're walking stagnated, like you're walking drunk. That's what
Yeah,
it make you feel
yeah.
like.
I
Um,
hated to wake up every morning. I hated waking up.
and I heard you say you curse God, and I just want people to know when you are going through stuff like this, everybody don't have that initial I gotta just pray it through. I gotta pray it through. You gotta go through those real raw emotions and you gotta feel that stuff. You gotta process it and you gotta get through it. And at the end of it, you can circle back around and say, okay, God had me the whole time. But when you're going through it and you ain't got that footing like that, you'll feel like that. And that's a real emotion. And I thank you for
Yeah.
being this bold to share that in this moment.
I'll tell anybody that. I'll tell anybody. I've told everybody. I used to pray for death.
Yeah. Because it's hard to live with sometimes. And I, and I don't want you to think you've been by yourself because I've been there too. I said, Lord, if I gotta go for this, but it was my kids, I said I gotta keep going for them because I can't quit on them because they ain't gonna have nobody if I go. We got TSC in the garden say, does it depend on the type of MS if medication is needed? My mom has relapsing remitting and has never taken medication for a while.
Is she
So
doing good? How's she, moving around and everything? Because I know people that don't take no meds. Some of them do well, some don't.
yeah, so I know they do give out meds based on which one it is. They always tell you about the medications, and you have some doctors who are more forceful to allow you to gauge your body to know what is good and best for your body. Because I'm not on any MS meds. I'm not, but I do have flare ups here and there. What takes me out is stress and heat. Anything with stress and heat, I try to stay away from. But I'm not where I want to be. But I'm going to get better because like Fran said, what's important is diet. Diet, that diet, and being away from anything that stress you out. You have Patty. She says you're right, Rashonda. Everything is not good for our bodies. We have to find out what works best. Shanita says still here listening in the background. I thank you, Shanita. I really, really do. Miss Patty said thanks for your honesty, Fred. I'm glad that God brought you through it.
Thanks.
Yeah, because a lot of people be scared to admit something like that. Because people get on you talking about God, but the reality of it is, a lot of people is be mad, and the only way you can work through it is you talk about it, and be real on it. 'Cause
Yeah, I was. Ooh, it was rough. I'm telling you, it was rough. I sure cussed every morning. It was so many mornings and night. I just cussed. I mean, cuss like you cuss somebody out that didn't, stepped on your foot or something. Just you motherfucker, this that, and why the fuck am I still here? All kind of shit. Like if you real, you would take me,
yeah,
but it
I
didn't happen.
look, Fred. I was more like, I'd be looking around like, why? Okay, so me and my son father is not in the best of places, and we definitely this is the reason why my body was triggered with MS. Stress I was under dealing with him. I've never said that on this page on this channel before. Yep. And I just be like, God, why would you let me get sick and let my enemy see me fall like this? I was like, how you gonna let my enemy see me fall like this?
Right, right.
Let me know. Although they gonna see you fall, they gonna keep seeing you get up. They gonna keep seeing you rise. They gonna keep seeing you pushing through. So not only did I have that attack on me, my mom, my mom sit up there. I was diagnosed a week later. My mom came and took my car, y'all. Took my car,
Mm,
let my kids without a car. This is a car I brought and paid for, put it in her name for cheaper insurance. And my mom took my car, broke our relationship, and my heart was. I mean, when I say I was going through, I was going through. And God say, no, I'm gonna keep letting them rise. I'm gonna keep letting them see you. So I do like how God brings a full circle when you're going through it, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's
yeah,
had those real raw emotions to speak on them, but I'm telling you, He bring you through it and bring you to it, and you be like, okay, I had to go through all that to get to here, And it ain't
yeah.
like that God gave us this. But He gonna let us live our best life when we keep our mind in the game. So, Fred, I'm happy for you.
Thanks. But I tell you what, we do have some fun though. Sometime now, me and my MS buddies up here, shit, me and Johnny T, we used to have little get-togethers. We would have little get-togethers with it. Be about 5, 6, 7, 8 of us. We do lunch, then we have a little smoke session and talk shit. And just in the day. But it was always fun. We used to do this all the time until the damn COVID bullshit. Then we ain't did it since then. But we had all kind of little get-togethers, and it makes people have fun. We are some fun motherfucking people.
Look, we got TLC said she does good. She has flare ups every now and then where she can't well. So her issues were um, several types of arthritis. Yeah, now I think I got arthritis in my hand. Understand that one, but as long as she's doing good majority of the time, and what she's doing is working for her, I don't like meds. I feel like they have a ton of side effects. I ain't gonna take them. I'm just gonna say it works for other people, but it breaks down a lot of my body. We got Lynn say she listening in the background. Yes, well, she said, "Oh, God is true and Hell yes." Sometimes teachers are the first. Girl, I love my mama. That's all I'm gonna say. I love her and gift her on 2 days. That's that. Because one thing I'm gonna do, y'all, is I'm gonna chill and be stress free. Now getting back,
Definitely got to be stress free.
yeah, you gotta be stress free. So I told y'all, anything that stress me, it gotta go. I don't care who you are. If you stress me out, you got to go. And I don't say I don't love
Straight
you.
up.
That means I gotta love you from a distance.
Straight up. That's real though. Look, I'm still on my battery as I got 3%, so I don't know if I could. I don't know how to turn the camera on my computer, but I'm still. I can text, through my computer, but my phone I got to charge it up because it's 3%. It's gonna die. So if
That
it cut out, I just want y'all to know that I didn't just leave.
No, we're gonna go ahead and end it before your battery cut out. Maybe you can come back up here on another day. We could just kick it. I really appreciated you. I appreciate your realness. Just you being honest about your experience with MS. If there's anything you could tell somebody, what would it be?
If it's anything that I would tell somebody,
Keep them encouraged. Yeah,
shit, be strong. I mean, be strong, live your life. That's encouraging. I would say exercise and stretch. Stretch them damn muscles. Stretch the muscles, stretch them legs, exercise, walk. You know, that's what I would say.
that's awesome, awesome advice. I thank you for it. We got our biases. Thanks for the transparency of this live. Love it. And you know what? Now you said stretch, so there is a place called Stretch Zone here. And I tell people if we knew what stretching was back in elementary when they was telling us to stretch in gym class, we would have been doing it. But stretching is so important when you're dealing with this.
It really is. It really is. You got to stretch. I'll be telling everybody stretch, and you can feel it in your muscles in your body when you stretch. It feels good after you get that stretching. Like, oh, okay, that felt pretty good. I
Yeah,
needed that.
it's very important. We got Coco that came in and say, "Hey, Cynthia in chat. I will be watching the replay. Thank you so much. I too have multiple sclerosis. You stay strong in the game, stay encouraged, and definitely come over here where we can encourage each other because that's what it's all about. Is keep pushing together." Miss Patty said, "Thank you to both in the chat and in the interaction. I really, really appreciate y'all." Arbaya said, "Hey, sis. Hey, Shay Love. How are you? Thanks for coming in." But we're gonna end it because I don't want Fred phone to go out. Definitely gonna have you back on. Thank you for agreeing
We
to.
could definitely do it again. It's cool. Like I said, we fun people. Um, and like I said, we could do a show on dating with MS or something. Cause like I said, I've dated women with MS, and women with MS are fun.
That'll be lit. That would be lit. Now I haven't dated with my MS. I haven't dated since being diagnosed. I've had a male friend, but that was not dating. And
We understand each other. I'm gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? We know what we're going through, and that's a good thing. Like, I can definitely say that. That's a good thing because the ladies that I dealt with, we understood each other and we had fun.
yeah, well, that's a good thing. That's a blessing within itself. That really, really is. Oh, I'm gonna be coming over there to you, Coco, because guess what? I like to say, I don't have many friends with MS either. Um, Randy is my only friend with MS, and online. But sometimes I feel like, um, and it's just me being honest, it's hard for a person with MS to see you doing good if they're not where you at or better. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That makes sense.
Definitely.
So yeah, so it's like I started this, and I was like, I really wanted to touch people with MS. So God said, no, you make it abroad. You touch people with anything that they're going through, and even people who don't have diseases, because it can prevent them from having diseases. And I said, okay, I'm gonna listen to that because a lot of people can't handle that sometimes. That's hard to see somebody who has the same thing you have, and they're not where you're at, or you are in a worse position. But it's all mentally, and some
Hmm.
physically, but you just got to pick and choose your poison and decide on how you gonna fight. She said, "Okay,
Yep.
love, same name on IG. Okay, I'm gonna connect with you on IG. Thank you everybody for coming through. I will definitely link up with you again. This was fun. I really, really vibe with you. Good people. Thank you, JT. Look, JT got MSC. You said right?
Yeah, Johnny T, that's my man. That's my dude. We yeah, me and Johnny T done did a lot together. He was here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, BC Gaming, for coming through. We gonna have to get all of us up here on this panel. He pulled 10 people up. We can have a fun day. Coco, you too. If you're not afraid to step up on this panel, and we can just have a full out discussion so people can just learn a little bit more about us. But we're gonna end the chat right there. And y'all have a blessed day. And as I always say, keep winning on purpose, y'all.
All right, I'm gonna be ready for the next one.
All right. I look forward to it.
All right, cool. It was fun. It's been real and it's been fun, but it ain't been real fun. All in all, it's been a ball, but I gotta go. All right, I'll check y'all out.
Bye.
All right.